Ojaswwee. Rabb Di Awaaz has been described as India's first multi-inclusive film, offering subtitles, audio descriptions, and Indian Sign Language to ensure accessibility for all audiences. Thank you also for touching upon a subject that perhaps is a silent disability, which is about mental health. So why was this particular topic so important to you? What to you?
Very good morning to all. I think this comes up a lot out of what I see across and what I see in people around me. Everything is so real and we just try to fabricate it when we want to bring films, when we want to make stories for the big screen. So some people, when they want to go and watch films, they want to go and forget their miseries and just want to go and watch films that make them happy and ultimately show them a good brighter side of life. And when you come back out of the theater, you have your phone out and you are back to your miseries of life. So I think that's it became a very short-term escape out of what cinema is giving to us these days, and it's actually a lot medicinal in itself. But when Rabb Di Awaaz happened to me, it happened to me when in 2018 I used to go to radio stations for my interviews for my previous film, which won the national award. I used to go during the night time. So I used to get schedules for 11 p.m. to go to the radio station and record my interview. So when I used to walk into the radio station, I used to see an empty room and there's only one RJ in the room and he's speaking all to himself, right? So the conversation, rose up that I'm speaking in a closed room. I don't know how many people are actually listening to me. So you are stuck in that loop for years, for 5 years. You are so bubbly and so vibrant. Good morning, city, and then you are all alone in your own room, speaking to yourself throughout. And then I met so many who underwent depression. And that's life, you are talking to yourself and you're believing everybody's listening to you, but you cannot measure how much people are. And then suddenly there is some divine intervention that happens in life, and that is what Rabb Di Awaaz is, it's the voice of God. And what is voice most important for? People who are visually impaired or blind, they only rely on voice. And they can understand your emotions without even looking at you. They can sing it deep inside, and that's all the conversations we have been having. So our film, when I was writing it, we wanted to focus on authentic representation right from day one. So everything was supposed to happen in day one. When we had Shiv in the film, Shiv is sitting right here with us, and Shiv plays himself in the film, and there is no actor who plays Shiv in the film. So Shiv comes as himself in the film, and that is the first step of authentic portrayal that we brought out of the history. A person who does not have any camera experience, who doesn't understand what a cinema language is, where two cameras are placed, where mics are placed, and they are brought onto the set, and then you are training them, you are guiding them in everything. So even the screenplay that Shiv was given was written entirely in Braille. So accessibility started right from pre-production of the film. When the film is locked, when Shiv's dialogues are locked, the copy is given in Braille, and he comes as himself in the film. And everything, the way he looks, he comes every day, travels every day to his work in an auto rickshaw. That's how it's shown in the film. So everything that comes across real life, because somewhere I felt, the city I come from, Chandigarh, people admire real actors as real actors, So we wanted to bring real role models onto the big screen, and so that whenever people meet them in real life, they know who they are and where they come from and what they do. So, that's the perception we wanted to build. And then when I was undergoing the post-production of my film, I wrote to the censor board. I said, I am about to make this film, and I want to make this film in 3 formats. So how's it going to be? They said, okay, you send us the film, we'll see how it goes. Because we don't have such systems in place, So on day one, when we released the film, we released the film right on day one in the 3 formats. The film in the film, everybody who is shown as a person with disability is actually the person with disability. That's the first point. There is authentic portrayal. That's a point in the film. Then make it accessible right on day one. Don't wait for a year or 6 months or for a company to approach to you that will order this type of film. No, we did everything on our own. And when we had the first year of the film, we invited people. We just had limited seats, 300. We were oversubscribed by 400%. So of 300 seats, we had 1200 applications for people to watch the film, and I want to come, and I want to come, and everybody who almost came to see the film on day one are here also. And so we, on the day of the premiere, we didn't have one show, like we had 3 shows. And we had to really fit in people and bring in more chairs to accommodate because the venue was not permitting us to run beyond a certain time. So that was the magic. Then secondly, when people on day one, when they came and said, okay, now in theaters, we want to, it's a challenge, because there's no sign language and we want to see our films in our format. Madam, after the film, we did 223 complimentary screenings across India. We didn't take money from anybody, and it's just love that we wanted to take the film to people. We didn't want the film to be there in 3 weeks or 4 weeks in the theater, so we recently completed 500 days of Rabb Di Awaaz. And we still doing I don't know, sometimes when you begin, you have no idea how it's going to be, the journey is going to be, how the response is going to be. But that one motivation as a producer, as a director, you are also getting as a feedback from people who are watching your film. And that is your fuel, as Satish also said. When you begin, you are just sometimes just there's the idea that you're working, and everybody is looking at you and believing in your idea. And sometimes you are also going back home and thinking, am I doing right or not? But now I said, since we have chosen to walk on this path, we are going to go 100%. We are not going to look back and never going to look back.